Listen, we are literally hours away from getting Am I the Drama? And let me tell you something. It seems like the drama has started day after day. Listen, I did not come on live yesterday. We took a early morning test. And when I tell y'all, it was crazy, cray. I was exhausted. Why is this piece of hair down? What the hell? What the hell? I was exhausted. We have to talk about Charlie Kirk and how the right is mudding up his free speech message. It is crazy to me. I never thought we'd see a day where those who claim they're all for free speech are out here detracting people from the free speech. We're going to get into Cardi B's message. Okay, she is from wife to baby mama. We have to talk about Charlie Kirk's friends fighting for him out here. They're pretty much saying everything but calling Erica a paid op by Donald Trump. Baby, they are airing him out. Donald Trump can't suppress this. Every time he fires somebody, it's like our Caucasian brothers and sisters fight back with a little bit more vigor. Something about Charlie Kirk being unalived the way that he was woke something up in the people where they can no longer be forced to sleep. It was like they were spraying melatonin in the air and the girls is awake. Have y'all noticed that? Y'all see, we're not the ones out here fighting to prove anything. It's been from the right. And not only are they calling out Donald Trump, they're asking for the Epstein files, they're calling out Israel. Baby, we have never seen a firestorm like this since J.F. Kennedy was assassinated. That's what caused the revolution in the America. Because if you remember, it was the Black Panther Party. We was out there, no justice, no peace. And it was something about J.F. Kennedy being unalived on television, televised, that drew up a firestorm. So many artists came out at that time saying no, and then we had the Vietnam War, and then they really started acting a fool. It was crazy. We have not seen nothing this catastrophic amongst the masses in a really long time. Because I told y'all, I've been telling y'all, squad, the girlies don't care nothing about our blood in the streets. It's when one of their own blood was in the street. And I think that's where they got it wrong. I think that's where the sniper got it wrong because, child, they're even saying, Candace said it out loud. She said she don't believe the right. She not fucking with the left. She said y'all are all the ops. And then she quoted Kanye. Tucker Carlson. Same thing, baby. What is happening? What is happening? And I know the millennials are like, what? You see what I'm saying? The millennials are like, child, can we just, can we light some incense? It's crazy, but y'all know what it is. But before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, our opinions are not fixed. Everything we say over here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip you some apple juice or my fave, the vegan water, and let's get into the mess. How you can like this video is by double tapping the screen. How you can also engage and like this video is by hitting those three dots right there, thumbsing up the video, thumbsing down the video, or subscribing if you like the vibe. How you can engage with this video is by hitting those three dots right there, and that's how you can send monetary support. That being said, let's get into the mess. So y'all know that we stumbled upon that man, I forget his name, I think they call him D4vd. David. That's all I know. Hey, Sunset, what is going on? Hey, Empress. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, Jim21. Hey, Dream Doll. Good afternoon. Can we get the likes up? So, the singer who is this big TikTok type of singer, remember, we stumbled upon, well, I stumbled upon and I shared with y'all about how this singer I never heard of, the singer songwriter who's tied to a lot of big name who's, they found his Tesla that was impounded, but they said it smelled like something was rotting. Come to find out, it is I think it's a 50-year-old or 60-year-old young woman who is his girlfriend who had matching tattoos with him. Mind you, he's 20. Mind you, he's 20. Okay? Mind you, he's 20. I don't know what the age of consent is in good old California, but I thought that was very strange. So it says here he's a singer. His name is David Anthony Burke, known professionally as D4D, is an American singer and songwriter. Burke began his music at his mother's recommendation to avoid receiving copyright strikes on his YouTube videos. He has like these millions of views. He's from Queens, New York. Child, what is going on with New York, honey? What is going on with New York? What is happening? So he was out there in the Florida. Let me remind that. I want to make sure. He was born in Houston, but somehow he was raised in Queens, New York. I don't know how that makes sense. So it says the body of a teenage girl found inside a vehicle reportedly registered to singer and TikTok sensation D4D has been identified according to reports. Celeste Rivias passed away on September 8th at the age of 15. What the hell? According to online records from the LA County Medical Examiner, Reva's cause of death is currently listed as deferred, which means the teen's exact cause of death has not been disclosed and is pending further investigation. We shouldn't even know because she's a minor. She is a minor. Lock the mother and the father up. Lock them up right along with him if he did it. The medical examiner noted that Reva's place of death was a vehicle. According to NBC4 Los Angeles and ABC7, Rivas was the body discovered earlier this month inside an impound Tesla that was left at a tow yard in Hollywood. We just found out about this story, I think it was Monday, and they're just telling us she's been missing for like a month. What the hell? What the helly? Oh my goodness. USA Today has reached out to the Los Angeles Police Department and a representative for DVD for comment. LAPD officers responded to 1,000 block of Mansfield Avenue on September 8th after reports that a foul odor was coming from the vehicle. Officer Drake Madison told USA Today in an email on September 9th, police were unable to confirm the identity of the vehicle's owner at the time. The human remains were reportedly found inside a bag, which was located in the front of the Tesla, per NBC and ABC. Authorities told the outlets that the body was in a state of decomposition. My thing is this: how did the tow truck not see the bag? How did the impound yard not see this? This is weird because he's tied to Interscope. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. So I don't know. What the helly? What the helly on? Oh my goodness. During its early investigation of Reva's death, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner reported that the teen's body was found severely decomposed inside a vehicle and appeared to have been deceased inside the vehicle for an extended period of time before being found. Again, how did that happen? How did that happen, Big Squad? Like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. How do you tow a vehicle because it was impounded and you don't see anything? My homeboy he tows vehicles all the time. He's in private towing, and the first thing they do is see what's in the vehicle. So it sounds like a setup. I don't know. I'm not saying this is. It sounds like it's an inside job because it's not making sense to me. Can we get 50 more likes, please, and thank you? Additionally, the medical examiner noted that Rivas was also described having wavy black hair, was wearing a tube top, and a pair of black leggings at the time of her death. She was also wearing a yellow metal stud earring and a yellow metal chain bracelet. A representative for DVD previously told NBC that the singer had been informed of the investigation and was fully cooperating with the authorities. Oh my goodness. So let's read. Rivas ran away from home prior to her death. DVD investigation. A year before her death, Rivas was the subject of a missing person investigation, authorities have confirmed. In April 2024, the deputies from Riverside County Sheriff's Office were dispatched to 33,000 block of Jamison Street in Lake Eleanor, California, after being notified of a runaway. Lieutenant Deidre Vickers said in an email statement to USA Today on September 18. Police were subsequently informed that the individual described as a female juvenile had left the address in an unknown direction. Since when do they allow? She had matching tattoos with him. So since when do they just allow someone to say that the juvenile just up and left and they don't do no type of investigation? What y'all got going on in California? This is just sad, right? The tow yard go through everything looking for things. That's what I'm saying. I don't get how this young adolescent was treated like this and nobody cared. Her parents need to be locked up. It's for negligence. And if he did the crime, he needs to be locked up too. The rising indie pop star made waves in 2022 when his songs Here With Me and Romantic Homicide went viral on TikTok. He later signed with Interscope and released his debut album, Weathered, in April. Never heard of it. This is why I keep telling y'all, y'all just need a buzz. They was eating it up. He was even on tour. He just canceled his tour. D4vd, who began his musical career by making accompaniments for montages of online games like Fortnite, lent his talent to gaming world with the official Fortnite 2025 anthem Locked and Loaded, which released September 23rd. Child, this is crazy. Oh, he's still performing. He hasn't canceled his tour. He's still performing. Child, they don't care nothing about this young girl. They don't care nothing about this young girl at all. They don't give a damn. I keep telling y'all. I keep telling y'all, they don't give a damn. They don't really care about us. What? They don't really care about us. Child, they don't give a goddamn. They don't care. They don't care. Did y'all see Dame Dash is suing? Child, we gotta talk about that tomorrow because there's too much going on today. So now I'll talk about what's going on today. Do you feel like the parents should be charged right along with D4D if he committed the crime? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Put a 2 in the chat if you disagree. Because, honey, we gotta talk. Can we talk? They probably don't care because she's Hispanic. Well, that went, that is crazy. Before we get into the Charlie Kirk news, they have a documentary coming out about a woman who unalived African children, 800 African children in Uganda. A documentary. My God, today. My God, today. This is crazy. Not trying to be funny, but I mean, that is the climate we in. You never know, child. This is why I say you got to keep your eyes open and your purse closed, okay? Eyes open and purse closed. Remember that twig lady who was talking about what they were doing at the at the Charlie Kirk visuals and stuff like that, baby, the people have been threatening her life. Threatening her life. Is this what they? I'm gonna tell you what she said.
Hey, it's Twig, and in the past few days, Charlie Kirk supporters have doxed me, reached out to my family, reached out to my previous employer, as well as made several violent death and rape threats to my inbox. One of the more notable threats being that a man said, "Where are you so that I can find you, grape you, cut you up, and put you in a barrel?" All of this is because I went to a Charlie Kirk vigil, recorded it, and uploaded it for the world to see. I did not engage with anybody. I did not disrupt anybody. I didn't even protest. I simply attended the vigil, recorded it, and uploaded it for everyone to see. And his supporters don't like that. They think it's hateful. And as a result, they are trying to dox a job that I do not have because I am self-employed. They have reached out to family members of mine. They have stalked and harassed me, my friends. But I'm not going to be silenced. So I just wanted to make that clear. The whole doxing website that Charlie supporters have come up with, and all of these X accounts that are blasting progressive commentators and trying to get us fired or doxed or physically harmed, I'm not going to be one of those, baby. You're not going to shut me up. You tried to intimidate me. You tried to silence me. And all you did was give me a megaphone. Because I'm about to be so much louder and so much more obnoxious. And now I'm just going to dig deeper. To those of you who have donated and helped me already, thank you so much for the support, the encouragement, the kind words, the donations. Oh my gosh, thank you for the donations. I did open a GoFundMe. It is linked in my bio. I am also taking donations via PayPal, CashApp, and Venmo. If you are not able to donate, don't sweat it. All I need is just keep your support. Just stay involved, stay aware, and keep making good trouble. Hey, it's Twig, and in the past few days...
So she's been blasting everybody who's been, because we're not going to do all that. That's too much. But I find it funny because I thought, Charlie Kirk was for free speech. He was not for censorship. But yet, y'all want to censor people for simply having a difference of opinion. I guess y'all don't like what's being said. But y'all know we're going to sum it up. We got to get into some things because the girls are saying that the freedom of speech is non-existent under this presidency. The girlies are fighting that all of the skeletons are coming out the closet. The girls who are tapped in with the rituals are doing the work, honey, because I told y'all, never before have we seen in modern day someone who has been considered an American hero, somebody who was for Christian family values, be treated the way Charlie Kirk has, and then everybody all at once decides to absolutely not enough is enough. I've never seen that. This is crazy. They're used to seeing our bodies in the street. When I say our bodies, I'm talking about from our community. They're used to seeing the violence, the gang violence, and all this stuff. But that child, when the gang violence is on their turf, on their playing ground, amongst their people, child, the sincere hatred that just reeks out. Because can you imagine fighting at vigils? That's been documented. You have everybody and their mama coming out to expose something. The UK was propping up videos and footage of Donald Trump, our president, and Jeffrey Epstein. It's getting nasty. Elon Musk, we talked about it the other day, literally said Charlie Kirk's children should be orphans. He was liking those he retweeted it. I'm just like, what? But I want to play this for you because shout out to the good Christian white folk. We wouldn't have this without them. We would not have this without them, and I thank them every day because the good people are out here doing the work. And as us being outsiders, this is all alarming.
Now, Epstein's explanation for why this friendship ended is as follows. In 2004, Epstein believed himself to be the high bidder on a piece of real estate in Palm Beach, a house. $36 million was his bid. He took his friend Trump around to see the house to advise him on how to move the swimming pool. Trump thereupon went around Epstein's back and bid $40 million for the house and got the property. Epstein, who was well acquainted, in fact, deeply involved with Trump's scattered finances, understood that he didn't have $40 million to pay for this house. Now, if that was the case, it was someone else's $40 million. At the time, Epstein believed this to be the $40 million of a Russian oligarch by the name of Referral. Less than 2 years later, this same house that Trump had bought for $40 million was sold for $95 million. It was, in fact, sold to Mr. Referral. This is all a red flag of money laundering. And what Epstein did, and he was furious about losing this house. Epstein, after the sale of this house, after Trump went around his back, got this house, Epstein began to threaten him. He began to threaten him with lawsuits. He began to threaten him with going to the press and saying that Trump was a front man for a money laundering deal. Trump panics at this point, and Epstein believed, and he believed to his dying day, that it was Trump who went to the police, Trump who was fully acquainted with what was going on at Epstein's house, fully acquainted for many years. Trump went to the police and, as Epstein said, dropped the dime on him. That is to say, informed the police of what was going on, and an investigation began, and all of Epstein's legal problems for the next 15 years began to unfold. This story about this piece of real estate and their falling out was first published in June 2019. It was published actually in my book, Siege, the second book I'd written about the Trump White House. Epstein had recounted this story to me. I put it in this book. Epstein, at that moment, was in Paris. He read the book. He called me with some alarm, and he said he was afraid he might have said too much. 3 weeks later, he returned to the United States from Paris and was promptly arrested on the tarmac of Teterboro Airport in New Jersey when his plane landed.
This is crazy. So that is the start of the Trump and Epstein fallout. But the girlies are saying that Donald Trump was a federal informant for Jeffrey Epstein. And they're also saying that, not me, it's all on the tickety talk. Y'all know I don't have TikTok. That Donald Trump also wanted Charlie Kirk up out of here. He is going after his ops. The only op who did not go away and who has not passed away is Diddy. Keep that in mind. Diddy. Can y'all believe? Oh my goodness. My God, today. It is crazy. Crazy. Then you have them saying, we're not silencing free, your First Amendment right, freedom of speech, but because I saw what the president said. The president said that Jimmy Kimmel was fired for being a bad comic. I thought he was bringing in the ratings. According to Donald Trump, he's not. But let's get into it.
We had some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir? I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks. They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief. adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old. We hit some new lows over the weekend.
So it said, I asked the FCC chair, Brandon Carr, if he had any new comment about ABC, that ABC has pulled Jimmy Kimmel's show, and he sent me this gift, which was of The Office. Child, freedom of speech is under attack. But y'all knew that. I thought it was just they said it was a leftist thing. It's looking like it's the right. It's looking like it's the right. Just checking if the TV personality who advocated for the actual unaliving of homeless people on air is also facing similar consequences. They don't care about the poor. Listen, as y'all see right now, freedom of speech is literally a thing of the past. But you know what I've noticed? The people who've been doing the most, Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson literally said that, I cannot think of his name, who hosted the Hamptons dinner where the alleged fighting took place. He said that Tucker Carlson said, I was not invited because of my pushback on Israel and how they are committing the unaliving of mass people, right? So much so that 400 artists decide to stop their music from being played in Israel. They said, if y'all won't stop the harm of the people and do what you do, we'll pull our music. Baby, 400 artists, big artists too, have pulled their music. Tucker Carlson said that they were over here writing blank checks. Now, I don't know because they never offered me no money, so I don't know how truthful that is, but it is getting crazy. I told y'all we are in the spooky hours. So much so that it's coming down to they're deleting information off of websites.
We have some major news right now. The Department of Justice has deleted a study from its website that showed that right-wing violence and white supremacy outpaced all other forms of violence in America. According to 404 Media, which is an independent news organization, they found out that the Department of Justice deleted this study, which was conducted recently, and is currently reviewing materials about this study and other similar studies on its website. But the study essentially said that right-wing violence is outpacing all other types of violence. White supremacy violence is outpacing all other types of violence. And it was a pretty important study to show that domestic terrorism and homegrown terrorism really is contributing to a lot of the violence in the United States of America. And now this Department of Justice, unsurprisingly, is actually trying to whitewash these studies from the public's purview. As always, spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown of this and more on my Substack, linked in bio, so subscribe for free and follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. I will have much more to come soon.
So they said in the comments that it's still up on, they've been downloading it, but it's still up on congress.gov. So it's still up on congress.gov about the study he was talking about. So kudos for that. You know, I feel like this. Even if you don't like what's being said, there's people who say nasty things all the time. If it's a part of history, if the studies have been conducted, if the money has been spent, we might as well see it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if Jimmy Kimmel wants to do a podcast, so be it. I think they think that people are going to cheer for it. They're not going to cheer for it because you have Stephen Colbert, who literally won an Emmy, has a Netflix deal. He's making the money. You know, it's one thing to say we are for the freedom of speech because Charlie Kirk said he's for the freedom of speech. He said it multiple times. Child, not Donald Trump is holding they put up a statue of Donald Trump, our president, outside the U.S. Capitol holding up a Bitcoin. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right. Child, y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. Shout out to the girlies who do the work. Let's get into what our president had to say, because this is what he had to say about everything that's being said about him. He does not care. So Donald Trump said on his Twitter, he took to Twitter, great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel's show is canceled. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what has to be done. Kimmel has zero talent and worse ratings than even Colbert, if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Seth, two total losers on fake news NBC. Their ratings are also horrible. Do it, NBC. President DJT. Ciao. What did they say? What did Jimmy and Seth say for him to say that? Ciao. And here's our president.
Kimmel was fired because he had bad ratings more than anything else, and he said a horrible thing about a great gentleman known as Charlie Kirk. And Jimmy Kimmel is not a talented person. He had very bad ratings, and they should have fired him a long time ago. So, you can call that free speech or not. He was fired for lack of talent. Jimmy Kimmel was fired because he had bad ratings.
Hey, shout out to that. He said he don't care what y'all say. He said he was fired for lack of talent. Look. And why would we question the president? Why would we question the president? What is wrong with y'all? Why would we question the president? Child, the girls said they boycotting. Are y'all boycotting ABC? Put yes in the chat if you're boycotting ABC. Put no in the chat if you're not. Put yes in the chat if y'all are boycotting ABC. Put no in the chat if you're not. Oh, I see some yeses. I even saw people say they was giving up their Hulu. They not going to Disney. They said F Marvel. I said, what did Marvel do? Oh my God. Y'all are boycotting? I see a no. Okay, I see a couple no's. Oh, not only watch General Hospital and sports. Ooh. I know that's right. Shout out to the soap operas. Listen, since this has happened, seeing everything unfold, mind-boggling. They are writing this stuff. Y'all know I'm in Asia. They are writing about this stuff out here. Can you imagine what it's going to say? Who is going to be on the side of right? Who is going to be on the side of wrong? How are they going to dictate it? Child, right now you have the former President Obama talking about both sides have their issues, but we don't promote hate. And it's a firestorm. It is a firestorm. I want to play this for you because everybody has something to say. I think we should look at those who refuse to say anything and ask ourselves, what are they scared of? Because it's not like Nick Fuentes didn't call y'all coons. I told y'all from the South. We eat coon. So I don't care that Nick Fuentes said that the Candaces and the Jasons and the who else is another one? The Antons and the Officer Tatums and the rest of them are getting served up for the slaughter because you went over there stepping infected. That's why I don't listen to them. I don't listen to anybody tell us how we're supposed to feel because literally the white folk, the good white Christians, the evangelists are telling us how they feel. And I think it's time that we stand beside them and let them have a voice. But while we standing beside them, let's get into it.
Great rant. Joy Reid had a great rant. I think it was yesterday, past couple of days, where she talked about, if she gave it a title, and I don't think she did, but I will, I'll take the liberty of doing that. MAGA, why are you so angry? And she goes on for 4 or 5 minutes, delineating all the things that they've accomplished, that they're getting what they want, and yet they're still so angry. And she goes on to say that she believes it's because they want the left's acceptance of all their nonsense and all their BS, all their racism, their misogyny, their xenophobia. They want us to accept that and to embrace them and welcome them at our tables. She says a lot. So that's a very high level summary. And I want to tag on to that. And it made me think of how Black people boycotted Target, right? There was an effect. And Target is still feeling that effect. And how there's marches and how there's protests around the country. And then also how there are scheduled blackout days for not buying anything, right? In this capitalist society, money talks. And I think I would add something to that tags on to a post I made yesterday. And this is Monday, so I made that post Sunday about not engaging with people who want you to convince them that racism exists. Don't do that. It's a waste of time. Grown-ups understand it, and it's just it's just a waste of time. And Toni Morrison said, and I misquoted it in my video, but Toni Morrison said,
Yes,
it's a
love her.
deflection and it just drains your energy and there's no use for it. It just keeps you busy doing nothing, right? I would add to that, and on top of what Joy Reid said, I would add that you should not, and we should not engage with MAGA, with racists, any of these people on any of the social media apps. Don't engage with them. Don't get into long conversations, long drawn out strings of comments and responses on and on. You're not going to change their minds. They're just there to feed the algorithm more hate and anger and more rage bait. You're not going to change their mind. MAGA wants your attention, so they show up on your feed. They show up on the left. They show up in all your social media apps. And the opposite is frankly not true. Many of us don't show up on their apps. So we don't want nothing to do with this. So they show up on not our apps, but on our feeds and our accounts and the accounts we follow. They show up there because they want your attention. Don't give them that attention. Don't feed the beast. Don't feed the trolls. Just block, delete, mute, whatever you have to do. Don't give them that attention. Because you're not going to change their minds. You're not going to change their hearts. Yeah, so if you get a chance, go listen to that Joy Reid rant. It's very, very good.
Listen, I feel like this. Never engage. But we're going to talk about it because it's trending. Again, I've never seen a firestorm like this. And I feel like Charlie Kirk's passing, the way that he was taken off this earth, did something to the masses. People woke up from their fever dream. It was like they could not believe how dare, before when we was out here crying and marching and whatever else, and they were signing Skittles and talking about he can't breathe and it's fentanyl and all these other things. Y'all know the history. We don't have to go through that. People did not care. But now it's like Tucker Carlson can't ignore it. When he tied Jeffrey Epstein to being a product of Israel, hence how does this guy from Dalton, a math teacher, become this big time who's. Baby, the girls took it and ran. It is nasty work. Tucker Carlson did something that they cannot take back. He's not scared. He said he don't believe them. Nick Fuentes said we will not have reprisal. Why did he say reprisal? Of all the words, he could have said peace, harmony. He said, I don't feel we should have retribution and reprisal. I said, those are very weird words for somebody. He said, do not buy into what they're doing. Who is the they? The they is very silent and loud. They are telling us who the they are. They are telling us who the they are. They are talking about the they. It's very loud. Let's get into it.
Those of you who think that you are going to replace Charlie Kirk, okay? Kings are born. You don't just get to depose and tell us that we're going to follow this individual, okay? I'm one of the Masons of Turning Point USA. You put a shill in Charlie Kirk's chair, in Charlie Kirk's company, and you try to tell us to follow that individual, I will be an enemy of you. There will be nothing that can stop me, okay? And I want you guys to understand, this is not a threat, this is a promise. There will be nothing that can stop me. I will release every single text message. So to those of you who are trying that, I'm seeing the messages, I am telling you to back off right now. Like right now, don't do it, okay? Don't you think about it. I know exactly who you are. I know exactly who you were that were exerting pressure. Don't you pretend to be noble now and say nice things about Charlie Kirk and think you're going to slide into his chair, okay? Over my dead body, which I'm sure can be arranged.
Did y'all hear that? And she's definitely talking about Ben Shapiro. Did y'all hear that? She said on her platform in that video that they offered Charlie Kirk $150 million. She said on her platform, she named the names. The people have been adding her. I've been watching it on Twitter. There's a reason we're not sharing it, because it is getting to that point, y'all. No time in history have we ever seen where everybody is. You know it's bad when Piers Morgan attacks the amazing Lucas. If you are a content creator, they literally said our lives mean nothing. Get your things, start protecting yourself. Piers Morgan went and twisted the amazing Lucas's words. We saw in real time the type of games they are playing. They are picking some of us out like they are playing chess. This is why I say we can no longer just sit around and think, oh, it's them, it's them. No. What they're trying to do is divide us. We are stronger together. We really are, because right now, they're saying that Erica Kirk has a GoFundMe. What does a multi-million-dollar woman need a GoFundMe for? Ask yourself that. What does Erica Kirk need a GoFundMe for? Not only did she have to watch her children's father, her husband, be taken out like that in front of the kids. She gave that weird speech. Now she has a GoFundMe. If y'all don't know the type of games that's being played. And then I told y'all, when in the history have we ever seen it where an international figure gives a speech? They haven't been given speeches. Candace is out here calling them by name. Tucker Carlson is out here calling them by name. And oh, by the way, Tucker Carlson said, I don't care what y'all talk about. Where are the files? Where are the files? He said, prove me wrong. Baby, once you start saying stuff like that on your public platform to your millions of subscribers, it is wild. I don't have to like you to know that Charlie Kirk said he did not stand for the suppression of the freedom of speech. I don't have to like you for me to have an opinion, because over here opinions are not facts. I don't have to like you. That's not my job to like you. It's your job to like you. We can see the ones who don't like themselves because they have too much time on their hands. They clearly don't have no jobs. They don't have no jobs. That's why they don't want y'all to have a job. They're not doing any humanitarian work. They love to preach about the Bible. I haven't seen these people who are doxing people. I haven't seen them doing anything of the Bible. And I keep telling y'all, you know, they love to say, oh, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. You're a part of the problem. Because I thought we were for freedom of speech. I thought we were for our amendment rights. Can we get 300 more likes? I don't know. Am I talking in circles? Am I talking in riddles? Because my thing is this. Both of them say they don't believe that Tyler Robinson is the trigger man. And y'all got that lady spunt up? Y'all do know Candace has Caribbean roots. Y'all do know that, right? The French Parliament is struggling right now. I don't know who she went and talked to, but struggling. Tucker Carlson said, I'm actually in my good book. You can't talk God with me. I said, what is happening? Nick Fuentes went. You know it's bad when Joe Rogan can't even draw in an audience the way they're drawing in an audience, baby. It is given either you're on the side of right or the side of wrong. And what made it greater for Candace was she said, I don't trust the left and I damn sure don't trust the right. Both of y'all are ops. And then everybody is quoting Kanye West. And I said it when he did the Dream Champs interview. I said I didn't like his delivery, but we can't even find it. You got to go to other channels to see it. This is wild. Baby, they got a bill out here called, I think it's 5300, where if you say something disparaging about Israel, they will pull your passport. It has become the Hunger Games. At least that's what they say. At least that's what they say. Let's get into baby mama Cardi B. I'm a baby mama. Let's get into Belkanana, okay? Bel Khalees announced to the world that she is having a baby with this man. She's having a baby with Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs has a plethora of babies. Y'all know when they athletes, they have babies with everybody, right? Nobody cares that she's going on tour. She said she's going on tour. I did watch her interview with Good Morning America. Nobody cared nothing about that. All the cameras.
Y'all? I had a date today. But anyways, I'm just gonna remind y'all that my album comes out September 19th. It's gonna be on all platforms. And on February 11th, it will be the first day of my tour, Little Miss Drama. And let me tell y'all something. I wanna let y'all know what headspace I'm in. I want this shit real fucking bad. I want this shit like I'm in the 3rd floor in the Bronx and I need to get the fuck on out. That's how bad I want it. I want this shit like it's 2016 type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing and anything stopping me. This is the hard part for me. I've been waking up at 6 a.m. and going to bed at 2 a.m. I've been going overseas. I did fashion shows, I did music videos. Shit. I've been doing magazine covers. I have done so much. After this album run, it's straight to exercising, it's straight to dance classes. When the baby come out, my body will be loose. And straight rehearsals with all my dancers. I'm not playing. I owe this to myself and I owe this to my fans that have been waiting for such a long time. Like, I know we don't live for the fans, but I owe this to y'all. I owe this album to y'all. I owe this tour to y'all, and it has to be the best of the best. I'm happy. My man is happy. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this chapter in life. I will tell you, mind your business. This is my business, but it is what it is. I'm a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we all a little bit nosy. But since y'all is in my business, if you team girl, get this vinyl. This is the Pretty and Petty vinyl, all right? You could get the CD version. But if you team boy, you get the Imaginary Players version. You know what I'm saying? If y'all gonna be the aunties and uncles, support a bitch. I got 4 kids now. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown, but I will donate. Team boy.
Child, now she working hard. Thank you for the donation. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you. Support is sister. Thank you. My life has been for the FBA. Thank you so much. I don't know how she could go on tour and be pregnant. Y'all know I don't know nothing about that. Y'all know I don't know nothing about that. But she did say she's going on tour.
I'll be headed to 30 cities across North America. Cardi B is going on tour. Let's go! You are going to 30 cities. You're going to 30 cities.
Listen, I hope it's successful for her. I really do. At the end of the day, she is going to she's going to California, Nevada, Oregon, Washington, Arizona, Texas, Colorado, Minneapolis, Indiana, Detroit, Washington, D.C., Pennsylvania, Canada, Maryland, Massachusetts, Georgia. Did I say North Carolina? Florida, New Jersey, New York, of course, Illinois, Missouri, and Michigan. Congratulations to her. You know, her fans deserve that. They're going to be in the audience. I don't know how that's going to go. I'll be back in America. I will be back from my humanitarian mission out here in Asia after studying the people, after doing the things, after putting provisions in place. I will be coming back. I'm glad to be back. Look, if she want to have a baby with this man, y'all know she's into the water and the spells and the light and the candles. This baby was very much not an accident. Okay, this baby was very much not an accident. I think she was over there doing what she needs to do. And I think this is why she's having the success that she's having now. It's that she is not like you, sister. FBA all day, Oh, thank you. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Listen, I know a bunch of ghetto men and women and bougie men and women who be out here having babies. This is nothing new to me. Kate Hudson, I think, has multiple baby daddies. Nobody even bats an eye. The billionaire heiress had a baby with Prison Babe. Remember the dude with the eyes? She was a conglomerate. I think she was the heiress to like multi-billion dollars. I think she's a trillionaire almost. And she had a baby with a whole felon. Like, yes, rich people have bastards too. Ooh, Gigi. That leave it to Bay Squad. Look, this is nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. The girls be pregnant today, not pregnant tomorrow. I thought y'all cared about the children. I thought y'all cared about procreation. I don't care nothing about what she got going on in that cervix, honey. I just hope the album that drops in hours is good, because we're going to talk about it. I want to feel the music. I feel like she looks good. Hell, he don't give a damn. He out here doing whatever he wants. He is. Lord Giselle is out here talking about she wants to establish the paternity of her baby daddy. This heifer is so slow. She went from Javante Davis, already had a 13-year-old daughter, and now she's over here with Stephon Diggs. Y'all don't care about the girls having babies by multiple men. Y'all don't give a damn. Y'all just want Cardi to live to some expectation. And I want to remind y'all of something. This is a woman who showed her whole puss in a strip club. Was out here doing took a shit on live. And y'all think she is a woman of class? Oh my goodness, FBA money is going to FBA. Shout out to the FBA. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you so much. Like, I just don't understand why y'all expect her to be something that she is not. I keep telling y'all keep trying to put people in these categories. Y'all keep trying to put people in these boxes that they did not come from. Would I be out here having a baby with a man who has all these children? Absolutely not. That's not the box I come from. You gotta stay in your lane. See, I said this the other day. I don't think it's clicking for y'all. There used to be a time where we had girl groups and you knew who was who. Based on the girl group, right? You had the Spice Girls. They had the sex kitten, the fashion girl, the girl next door, and then you had the smart one. Then you had the boy groups. You had the nerd. You had the jock. You had the one who was a gentleman, and then you had the player. Know the lane you in. Know the lane you're in. If you don't know what lane you're in, you don't know what to do. Know your lane. Everybody talks about Destiny's Child as if none of them are successful. The only people who did not become successful were the girls who really could sing. Look at LaToya Luckett. LaToya Luckett got platinum plaques too. Look at Michelle. Michelle got platinum plaques too. Look at Kelly. Platinum plaques. Platinum plaques. It's like y'all don't see it. The only people who didn't make it are those who couldn't see the vision for themselves. They wanted to be in a group so bad. They couldn't see themselves outside of the group and making all this money. That is crazy to me. You was an individual before you was in some type of group. Unless you were born with an identical twin, there is no reason for you trying to morph yourself into a box you're too big for. That is crazy to me. So when I see Belle Kanana out here talking about she's pregnant by somebody in the NFL, she's going to be the one raising the child. We see her with her kids all the time. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Why are we acting like we're shocked? She got with off to cheat when she had no children and he had all the children. No children, all the children. And y'all act shocked that she's pregnant by this man who has multiple baby mamas? It sounds like home if you let me look outside looking in. I don't care nothing about Stephon Diggs. I know he make a lot of money and he's good at sports. Him and his brother. Him and his brother. It's some strong stock in that DNA. That's all y'all care about. Can he have one to be on the field? Do he got a son? Do he have a son? Is she going to be the first to bear him a boy? Do we even have a boy? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there. I know the girls like money. He like to spend like he weigh. He spend money like he is an affluent celebrity. He's swiping the visas. Swipe the visas. That's why she was over there attracted to that. Because she was over there footing the bill with off the cheap. We know he was poor. She paid to get him out of his contract. She paid to keep them gangsters from stumping on him again. She paid for everything over there. She was a little bit sugar mama. Y'all know that part in Sugar Mama where Beyonce was like, you can have all this? I don't ever sing that part because I cannot relate to that. I can't relate. Let me be. I don't even really sing that song. I just know it's Sugar My Mama, Sugar My Mama, Sugar My Mama. And then they're out here saying he's gay. She could be just having babies to keep his legacy thriving. I have no idea. Keeping the lineage strong. Y'all know these new gays is different. I don't know what they got going on over there. That's her box. Women and men in her box, they don't see nothing wrong with it. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested to see this interview Tasha K did with the alleged boyfriend who's suing for the Me Too, for the, I don't know. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Shout out to the FBA. Listen, we love all of our supporters. Shout out to our international and domestic babes. Shout out to the mods for modding. I know it was really hectic in here. Anytime we talk about the pile of tricks, what we call the politics, it always get a little shifty. But thank y'all for putting up with it. We know the troll babies just come here to distract. Y'all were not distracted. Make sure you are tapped into what is going on. The midterms are on the horizon. The midterms are on the horizon. If you feel like you're not getting the proper information, make sure you go to the websites where you can go. Check to make sure your registration is valid. Hell, don't even wait. Don't even wait. If you can vote early, vote early. It's getting to that point because it's something out of a book. This is something out of a book, y'all. And on that note, what are your thoughts, Babe Squad? What are your opinions? Comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.